Hey, what's up? This is Gizmo, and today we've got some big news. It's the day we've all been waiting for, the day there's been so many rumors swirling around for years about Verizon and this little guy right here, the iPhone. It's coming, finally, for real this time. No, really, it's coming. Verizon iPhone. Peace out, at&t. So the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, All Things D, Evolver, and a few other news sources all are saying that the iPhone is coming out in January, mid-January or so. And again, it came out today. They were expecting something to happen, and this is what happens. Certain people get an invite for a Verizon event to happen on Tuesday, January 11th. Sounds a little strange because it's CES 2011 right now, and Verizon had their huge event showcasing all their droids and all their new tablets and their phone things that they're working on, and that's coming out. It was pretty much a big, huge event, and it was them debuting everything. Verizon really loves Android. There's so many Android phones that are going to be out on the carrier, but everyone always wanted the iPhone out on Verizon, including myself. I hate at&t service. They're the worst, and I'm over them, and I'm ready to move on to Verizon. So anyway, this is where things get a little fishy. So I'm sure you all heard of Gizmodo, where they leaked the iPhone 4. So they have a really good relationship with Verizon, and usually they get invited to every single event that Verizon has. But this time around, they didn't get an invite. Sounds a little strange, right? Ever since Gizmodo leaked the iPhone 4, Steve Jobs and Apple has not invited them to any Apple events. So they're pretty much barred out from anything because Steve Jobs having a little hissy fit that his phone wasn't, unveiled by him. And it's a little strange that Verizon is not inviting Gizmodo now, just this one time. So, a couple other things right here I could read right off of Gizmodo's website. So the invitation has been sent to a few people, to TechCrunch, Loop Insight, both pretty prolific Apple reporters and writers, along with friends from MSNBC, Engadget, and others, but no Gizmodo. So it's a little strange that Verizon wouldn't invite them, since they always came. A writer from TechCrunch who usually only writes about Apple products got an invite. And he said, "I don't typically get invites directly from Verizon to anything, at least not that I can recall. They usually send these directly to Mobile Crunch or Crunch Gear guys. But this invite appears to be specifically for me, and it's not transferable. Would Verizon send me such an invite unless it was specifically about Apple?" Pretty interesting. So Gizmodo emails Verizon asking for, a comment, why didn't I get invited? And there's no comment. So it sounds a little strange why they're not getting invited. What else could it be? Steve Jobs, they're not invited, they can't come. It's pretty much his little hissy fit still continuing after the whole iPhone 4 leaked. And that's fine by me because everything is lining up. The major newspapers are saying this is the date it's coming out, this is when it'll be announced. And everything is just lining up more than ever. I know that there's been rumors for the past pretty much 3-4 years that there's a Verizon iPhone coming. Just the other day, there was a video that went up on YouTube, and it was covering two different cases, two different tweaked designs of the iPhone 4. You can see the antenna bar that wrapped around the iPhone 4. So you can see here, it doesn't have that bar like the at&t one does. The design is very slightly tweaked. It's pretty much the same design overall, but it really makes you raise an eyebrow, like what's going on here. I mean, this could just be some sort of design or something to throw people off, but honestly I believe this is actually the Verizon CDMA iPhone 4, which will be announced on January 11th and probably be available that day or shortly after, but it'll be exclusively for the Verizon customers first, and then once it opens up and circulates through there, they'll have it open up to the general public, and they can all get involved with that, and we can all throw out our AT&T contracts and hit the road and go to Verizon. Also, another thing with the video that showcased the cases and the parts that were slightly tweaked, guess who filed a copyright claim? Apple. And the video was taken down. All Things D is reporting that Steve Jobs is going to make an appearance at the event, and although he cannot confirm 100%, that's what they're saying. But this mysterious event on Tuesday is going to, it's just, why is Verizon having another event after they just had a big event? And we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Finally, the day has come. AT&T is probably doing anything they can to try to keep their customers. I know they're going to lose millions of customers the day iPhone becomes available to the public. And one thing that AT&T just did, I think it was today or yesterday, is they dropped the price down for the iPhone 3GS to $50. $50 for an iPhone. That sounds really good, so if I was a new customer, I'd be like, oh, $50 iPhone, let's get it. I'm stuck with AT&T for 2 years, so that's kind of like an incentive, kind of like their last push. We need as many iPhone customers as we can. They're also pushing a lot of new Android phones this year because they know that they're losing their moneymaker. So that right there is another thing that's lining up perfectly, and we'll see what happens. So we'll keep you updated. We're going to cover the event. We're going to cover the iPhone 4 that'll be coming to Verizon. If it doesn't come, I'll be pretty surprised. I've been surprised already for the past couple of years, but nothing has been lining up like this. So until then, subscribe to our videos, check out all our CES videos that we covered, including the iPad 2 leak, which we pretty much am 100% sure that's what the design is going to be. Check that out. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/IAMSIKORA, and give us a shout out. We like to talk back, we like to conversate with our followers and subscribers. So yeah, iPhone 4 is coming. Are you ready?